Okay, all right. We have an example here, so let's try and see how we can solve this example. So we're asked to solve the following equations. Number one, say 2 over m minus 1 is equals to 1. 2 over m minus 1 is equals to 1. Of course, we are asked to find the value of m. Okay, so uh, solution. So I'll write the equation again. I'll have 2 over m minus 1 is equals to 1 over 1. Okay, because any whole number standing on its own is divided by 1. So simply here I will just cross multiply. Okay, I'll just cross multiply. 2 multiply this, and then 1 will multiply that. So 2 times 1 gives me 2, which is equals to m minus 1 times 1 still remains m minus 1, because anything multiplied by 1 remains the same, it doesn't change. Okay, so after that I will now collect like terms. If you collect like terms, I'm carrying this minus 1 and I'll bring it to this other side, and minus 1 is coming back to this other side, it will change to plus. So I will have 2 plus 1 is equals to m. So that implies that my m is equals to 2 plus 1, which is 3. And that gives me the final answer. Okay, that gives me the final answer. Okay, so please, if you have any question, you can still ask. All right, so we have another question like this, number 2. Um, 4 all over m plus 1 is equal to 7 all over 3m minus 2. 7 all over 3m minus 2. In this case, for you to get the value of m, simply you just have to cross multiply. The only thing you are going to do here is to cross multiply. So we are going to cross multiply. That means this 4 multiplying this guy, and then 7 is multiplying that. Why? Because it's equal sign that is in between them. You can only cross multiply if and only if it is equal sign that is in between them. If it is plus or minus, you cannot cross multiply. You have to find LCM. But in this case, since it is only equal sign that is in between them, we'll just go ahead and cross multiply. So if I cross multiply, I will have 4 multiplying 3m minus 2, that is this and this and this, then 7 multiply that. Okay, is equal to 7 multiplying m plus 1, m plus 1. Okay, so 4 times 3m, which is 12m, minus 4 times 2 gives me 8, is equal to 7 times m, that's 7m, plus 7 times 1, which is 7. Then you will now collect like terms. By the time you collect like terms, that means m, 7m and 12m will be on one side, 8 and 7 will be on the other side. So I will have 12m. This is plus. By the time it's coming back here, it will become minus. So I will have minus 7 equals to, this is 7, this is minus 8. If the minus is crossing equality sign, it will change to plus. So I'll have plus 8. So anytime a sign is crossing equal sign, it will change. Minus crossing, it will change to plus. Plus crossing, it will change to minus. Okay. So 12 minus 7, of course, that will give me 5m is equals to 7 plus 8, that is 15. So you now divide both sides by 5, divide here 2 by 5, this 5 and this 5 will cancel. So my m becomes 15 divided by 5, that will give you 3. Okay, so you see, you still have a final answer, and m is 3. Okay, so you see it as simple as that. So please, if you are not clear, you can still call my attention back. All right, we have another question again like this, number 3. 1 over 4 into 1 minus x is equals to 3 over 4 into 1 plus x. Of course, we'll be asked to find the value of x. Asked to find the value of x. This is equal sign. Like I said, since it is equal sign that's in between them, we will simply cross multiply. This 1 will multiply this guy multiply this guy. Okay? This and this and that. So you just cross multiply straight ahead. So I will have 1 times 4 into 1 plus x is equals to 3 times 4 into 1 minus x. Okay, 1 minus x. Right, so 1 times 4 gives me 4. So I'll still remain 4. 1 plus x is equals to 3 times 4, that's 12. So 12 into 1 minus x. Then I will now open the brackets. Now open the brackets. Okay, 4 times 1, that's 4. 4 times x, that's 4x. 12 times 1, that's 12. 12 times x, that's 12x. And of course, I will now collect like terms. Collect like terms, okay? Take note of the sign. Minus coming here will change to plus. Plus going back here will change to minus. So I have 4x, so I'll still have 4x here. This minus 12 is coming here, it will change to plus 12. X is equals to 12. This 4 is plus, coming back here will change to minus 4. So 4 plus 12, that gives me 16x is equals to 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4, that's 8. Okay, so I'll divide both sides by 16. Divide here 2 by 16. This 16 and this 16 will cancel. I'll be left with x is equals to 8 here is 1, 8 here is 2. So my x becomes 1 over 2. That becomes your final answer. Okay, so that is that. All right, so here we have number 4. Number 4. There we see 1 over x minus 2 minus 3 all over 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So you see, in this case, it's not a equal sign that is joining them. So we are not going to cross multiply first. We are not going to cross multiply. Why? Because it is not equal sign. Had it been it is equal sign, we would have just cross multiply. But it is not equal sign. So the only thing is I have to carry this guy and bring it to the right hand side, because the right hand side is 0. It means there's nothing here. So I'll carry this guy. Mind you, the minus belongs to 3 over 2x plus 1. This minus belongs to 3 over 2x plus 1. So I'll carry the whole of this guy and I'll bring it to the right hand side. And don't forget, we say if minus is crossing equal sign to change to plus. So I can write this as 1, right? 1 over x minus 2 is equals to 3 over 2x plus 1. Yes, they are the same thing. I just carry this guy, bring it to the right hand side, because 0 is nothing. 0 plus anything remains the same, it doesn't change. Okay, so from here now we can now cross multiply. You can confidently cross multiply. That is, this guy will multiply this guy, and then this will multiply that. So I'll have 1 into 2x plus 1 is equals to 3 into x minus 2. X minus 2. Okay, so 1 times 2x give me 2x. 1 times 1 give me 1. 3 times x give me 3x. 3 times 2 give me 6. Then you just collect like terms. Collect like terms. Okay, so I have 2x minus 3x is equal to minus 6 minus 1. Okay, minus 6 minus 1. I carried minus 3, I brought it here. Carry plus 1, I brought it that side. 2 minus 3, that's minus x. It's equal to minus 6 minus 1, that's minus 7. So I divide both sides by minus 1. Divide here 2 by minus 1. Minus cancel minus. X will be equals to minus cancel minus. 7 divided by 1 is 7. So x is equals to 7. X is equals to 7. Okay. So that is that. So please don't forget, if you have any question, please you can feel free to ask, and make sure you are writing as well. Okay, so let's see the next question. Question 5. Okay, we have question 5. We're asked to find the value of p, right? Asked to find the value of p. 2p minus 1 all over 3 plus 3p over 4 is equal to 5 over 6. Okay, so you see, in this case it looks a little bit different from the ones we have been doing. Okay, we can't just go straight ahead and cross multiply? No, because it is not equal sign. It's not equal sign, so we can't just cross multiply. So first of all, we have to find the LCM. If you check in the previous example, like example number 4, that is this example, this place was 0, right? This place was 0, so it was very easy for me to just carry this and bring it to the right hand side. But if you check in this one, this place is not 0, there is a number, so I can't just carry this guy and bring it here. Okay, I have to resolve these two things, because here is p, here is p, so I have to resolve, and this guy is a constant, so I have to add these two together before I collect. Like, had it been this one is also a constant, I would have collected like terms, but since there is p here, there is p here, I have to resolve these two, and the only way I can do that is by finding LCM of 3 and 4. Okay, so let's find LCM. So the LCM between 3 and 4 is what? 12. Okay, the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Okay, 12. So 3 into 12. 3 into 12 is 4. 4 times 2p minus 1. Okay, so 4 times 2p minus 1 plus 4 into 12. 4 into 12 is 3. 3 times 3p. So 3 times 3p is equals to 5 over 6. 5 over 6. Okay, so I'll now open the bracket. 4 times 2p, that's 8p. 4 times 1, that's 4. 3 times 3p, that's 9p. All divided by 12 is equals to 5 over 6. Okay, I will now correct items here. 8p, 9p, so you can add them together because they are all pp. 8p, 9p, 8p plus 9p, that's 17p. So I have 17p minus 4 all over 12 is equals to 5 over 6. Then you can now cross multiply. Now since there's equal sign in between them, now you can cross multiply. So 6 times 17p minus 4 is equals to 12 times 5. Okay, so open your bracket. 6 times 17p, 6 times 17, that will give you 102, if I'm not mistaken. 17 times 6, 6 times 7, 42. 2 carry 4, 4 times 1, 6 plus that 110. Yes, 102p minus 6 times 4, that's 24, is equal to 12 times 5, that's 60. Okay, so I'll have 102p is equal to 60 plus 24. That is, I collect like terms, sorry, collect like terms. I'll carry this minus 24, bring it here. Remember, it's minus, coming back here to change to plus. Okay, so I'll have 102p, 60 plus 24, that's 84. And I'll divide both sides by 102, divide here 2 by 102, right? This and this will cancel, so my p will be equals to 2 here is 42, 2 here is 51. So my p becomes 42 divided by 51. And that brings us to the final answer. Okay, so please make sure you always take notes. If this side is not 0, you have to resolve, find LCM before you can actually come and collect like terms and then cross multiply to get your final answer. Okay, right, so let's see another example. Example number 6. Okay, we have example number 6. Of course, here too we are asked to find the value of x. We are asked to find the value of x. We have 1 over 9x minus 7 over 9 is equals to 1 over 9. Okay, you see in this case, this is a constant. Why is it a constant? Because it does not have x. This one too is also a constant, does not have x. So these two are the same. So I will just collect like terms, right? I will collect like terms. So I'll bring this guy to this place. I'll carry this guy to this place. If you check in the other example, in this example, this and this are not the same. This one have p, This one don't have p. That is why I resolve these two together before I cross multiply. But in this one, these two are the same, so I have to bring it to the right hand side. So it's just a matter of collecting like terms. So you have to check very carefully which ones are the same, which ones are not the same, then you collect like terms. Okay, so 1 over 9x is equals to 1 over 9 plus, okay, plus 7 over 9. Why is it plus? Because it's minus here, and by the time it crosses equal sign, it will change to plus. So I have 1 over 9x is equals to, if you remember, they have the same denominator, so I'll just add the numerators. So it's going to be 8 over 9. Okay, 8 over 9. Then from here, I will now cross multiply. Okay, cross multiply this guy, will multiply this guy, and then 8 will multiply 9x. So 1 times 9 gives me 9. 8 times 9 gives me 72x. 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 So in order to get x, I'll just divide both sides by 72. Divide here 2 by 72. So this cancel this. So finally my x becomes 9 over 72, which is also equals to 1 over 8, because 9 here is 1, 9 here is 8. So my x becomes 1 over 8. Okay. So please make sure you write your examples and go through them. If you have any question, you can call my attention.